This is Steve Gallegos with TheTitleFight.com, and on the phone I have women's boxing sensation Seniesa Estrada. How you doing today, Seniesa?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for taking some time out to speak with us. Okay.
No problem.
All right. Well, you are from East Los Angeles, and boxing is in your blood, as your father is an avid boxing enthusiast, and he also trained you in your teens. Although he doesn't train you today, does he still give you boxing advice?
Yes, he does. My dad is in the gym with me every day. And I have a new trainer now. His name is Dean Campos. He's also the trainer of Sergio and Snake Mora. And I started training with him when I was 15. So he's been with me as going into the transition of turning pro. And my dad's in the gym with me every day. He still gives his advice. And he's still a father. So he's still in the gym giving his opinion and advice. So he's really supportive. He's great.
Okay, it's good. That's good to hear. At least he stays with you. You know, he's going to be with you throughout your career. Okay, now you're an all-around athlete who played volleyball, basketball, and softball. Which sport do you enjoy playing most outside of boxing?
Outside of boxing, I enjoy playing baseball. I love baseball. I'm a huge baseball fan, and my brothers grew up playing baseball. My dad coached them, so I was always around baseball. And before I started boxing, when I was 7, I asked my dad if I can play baseball, and he told me no because he said it was for boys only. So that was before I asked him if I can box. So when I asked him if I can box, he was like, really, that was just out of the question for him because he didn't even let me want to play baseball. So, but I enjoy baseball. Baseball is one of the sports I enjoy the most besides boxing.
Okay, now are you an LA Dodgers fan?
I'm a New York Yankees fan.
Oh, you're a New York Yankees fan. Okay.
Yeah, my whole family is Dodger fans. My brothers are like so excited about the playoffs. They're like in front of the TV right now, ready to watch the game.
Yeah, and I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, so we'll probably see our teams meet up probably here soon. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Now you had an outstanding amateur career of 97-4. You competed in many tournaments, and you chose to turn pro instead of attempting to try for the 2012 Olympics. Had you went to London to compete in the Olympics, do you think you could have brought back the gold medal?
I think I had a great chance of bringing back the gold medal, but it just wasn't in my heart and wasn't what I wanted to do. I was in the amateurs for 12 years, and after fighting for 12 years, I just wanted to turn pro, and I felt my style would fit the pros better than it would with the point system. So when I made my pro debut, I felt more comfortable with my decision. I couldn't have felt more comfortable when I turned pro. I was really happy with my decision, and I'm happy where I am today. I think I would have, done great, though, if I would have decided to take the road to the Olympics.
Yeah, you seem like you were kind of burned out, with the whole amateur system, being that you had over 100 fights. So, yeah, that's definitely understandable.
Right. But it was great to see women's boxing in the Olympics, so it was awesome.
That is great. It's, it's a step in the right direction. Now, you haven't fought in over 2 years due to a foot injury. How is the foot holding up, and when should we expect to see you back in the ring?
I'm hoping to be back in the ring in hopefully sometime in October. I mean, my foot has been doing great. I've been working on things. I've been working on different punches in the gym. I'm getting stronger, and my foot's been doing great. I'm done with therapy, so I'm just ready to get back in the ring, and I just can't wait. I'm so excited to get back in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been able to stay in boxing shape and stay in the gym during this time that you've been out of the ring?
Right. The injury occurred in November 2011, and I was out till December 2012. So that was the first time that I ever stopped boxing. I've been boxing for 12 years, and I've never taken a break at all. I was always constantly training and going from one tournament to another. So to have boxing just, completely cut off because of an injury was really hard. But I'm just excited to get back in. Yeah.
That must have been devastating for you because, it seemed like boxing.
It was. And the worst thing about it was that I'm the one who injured my foot. I did it myself, basically. So that was even worse because I was in this gym training doing weights, and I dropped a 25-pound weight on my foot and fractured it. So it was kind of my fault. So, I was only able to be upset at myself.
Yeah, that's got to be very, very painful. Wow, even if you drop maybe a 5-pound weight on your foot, that hurts. But 20 pounds, that causes some damage.
Yeah.
Okay, women's boxing has been on the decline in the last decade in terms of mainstream appeal. Now it's slowly making its way back. Do you feel you can help bring women's boxing back into the mainstream as it was in the mid to late 90s?
I think I can. That's definitely one of my goals. I mean, there's a lack of opportunities for women to fight in the United States on pro cards, and I think we need to win over promoters and sponsors so that they can create more opportunities for like the top deserving women. And I think I can do that by just using social media, making appearances, conducting interviews, and getting the attention that all the women deserve. So that's definitely one of my goals. I mean, I want to change the sport.
Yeah, absolutely, because women's boxing used to have their own cards, used to appear on, undercards of major fights, appear on national television.
Right.
It's kind of gotten away from that, but hopefully you and other fighters, like Clarissa Shields, and Anna Hulatic can bring that back to the mainstream, where it belongs.
I think we need to, the first step is to just build a following, and get the community to recognize us, and that way we can, have people recognize us, and it'll get promoters to put us on cards, and from there, keep improving.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely agree with you. Now, your all-time favorite fighters are Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones Jr. However, which fighter or fighters do you enjoy watching today?
I really enjoy watching Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins, Sergio Martinez, and Sergio Mora. They all have things in common that I enjoy watching in a fighter. They have great talent along with a clever mind. And I was actually rewatching Bernard Hopkins versus Felix Trinidad a few weeks ago, and I was just in awe by Hopkins and how he defeated Trinidad. I was just blown away by him. He's such a clever guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of my favorite fights. I like to pull out too every now and then. So
right, yeah, Hopkins is so smart.
Yeah, absolutely. Seems like you really enjoy fighters that are actually ring technicians, fighters that get in there and play chess and outthink and outbox their opponents, which is, kind of like what I enjoy watching a lot more as well.
Exactly. I love watching Roberto Duran and Marvin Hagler because they're fighting 15-round fights, so they have more time to be technically great, so they made a lot of small moves in the inside, and just they were able to just use their mind more than I think a lot of fighters do today.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably, being that you like Sugar Ray was probably the ultimate master of mind control. He knew how to get fighters into his world and take them out of their game plan. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite fighters to watch too.
Sugar Leonard was great, and somebody asked me in the interview, who would I go around with? And I said I would go around with Sugar Ray Leonard if I have the chance, because it would just be the biggest challenge for me. What would you do against Leonard? He has it all, So that's definitely somebody who I would go around with if I had the chance to.
Yeah, it's a good person, to measure yourself against, because that man has one of the best boxing IQs, in the history of the sport. Him and Mayweather are pretty much, even in that category. But yeah, that's a great fighter to kind of measure yourself against. We hope to see you back in the ring here soon. Is there anything that's scheduled, in terms of a date as to when you'll be back in the ring?
I don't know. We're actively looking for a fight, so hopefully something pops up soon, and I'm ready to get back in the ring and can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you either. You're staying in boxing shape, so we know you'll be ready for it. So we just look forward to seeing you back in the ring, and we hope to see you help bring women's boxing back into the mainstream.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for taking the time out to speak with us today. You have yourself a great afternoon.
You too. Thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye.